Are you ready to hear the latest breaking news about Australia immigration in 2025? Because what I'm about to reveal could completely change your plans to study, work, or settle in Australia. You might think you know everything about visas and skilled migration, but the reality is far more shocking than most people realize. The Australian government has just released major updates on visa caps, skilled job shortages, and immigration policies that could leave thousands scrambling to adjust their plans. So if you're serious about moving to Australia, you need to pay attention right now. First, let's talk about visa caps, because this is where the biggest shock comes in. Australia has traditionally managed migration through strict annual caps on each visa type. In 2025, these caps are changing and not in a way most people expected. For example, several popular skilled visas, which were relatively easier to get just a few years ago, are now hitting maximum limits faster than ever. If you are planning to apply for a general skilled migration visa or employer-sponsored visa, this is your wake-up call. Delays of months or even years are now a very real possibility if you don't act fast. This is not just speculation. Immigration lawyers and policy analysts are warning applicants that the first-come, first-served system will dominate, and missing the window could cost you your Australian dream. Now, let's move to the skilled occupation list, which has just been updated for 2025. Some jobs are now in severe shortage, which is great news if you happen to work in one of these fields. Engineers, IT professionals, healthcare workers, and tradespeople are seeing a huge increase in opportunities. If your occupation is listed, you might qualify for faster processing and additional points on your visa application. But here's the shocking part: some jobs that were previously considered in demand have now been removed or downgraded. That means many applicants who assumed they were eligible may suddenly find themselves facing longer wait times or outright rejection. The Australian government is clearly prioritizing professions that can immediately contribute to the economy, which makes planning ahead absolutely essential. Another huge shift is in policy changes for skilled migration. The government is introducing stricter requirements for applicants in certain categories. For example, English language scores, age limits, and work experience verification are being enforced more rigorously than ever before. If you've been procrastinating or relying on outdated information, you might be shocked at how small mistakes can now jeopardize your entire application. Temporary work visas are also facing tighter rules, which could affect your ability to gain local experience and points toward permanent residency. One of the most important things you need to understand is how these changes affect points-based visas. Previously, candidates could rely on professional experience or education alone to secure points. But in 2025, additional factors like regional nomination, partner skills, and even community contributions are becoming crucial. This means you need to calculate your points very carefully and consider strategies that maximize your eligibility. Applicants who fail to adapt to these new criteria may be left behind, even if they meet the basic requirements. Now, let's talk about something that will shock many aspiring migrants: the risk of longer waiting time. While Australia remains open to skilled migrants, the reality is that rising global demand combined with stricter visa caps means that waiting periods for certain visas could extend beyond anything we've seen before. For some applicants, this could mean waiting 2-3 years just to receive a grant. And if your occupation isn't on the priority list, your application could stagnate indefinitely. This is why staying informed and acting early is absolutely critical. On the other hand, there is a silver lining for those in high-demand professions. If your occupation is on the shortage list, you could potentially receive priority processing, faster visa approvals, and even extra points. Healthcare workers, IT specialists, engineers, and tradespeople are being actively encouraged to apply. But here's the catch: competition is fierce. Thousands of skilled workers from around the world are targeting these same roles, which means you need to prepare a flawless application with complete documentation, verified work experience, and the right qualifications. For students and young professionals, there's another shocking update regarding post-study work visas. The government is tightening the rules around eligible courses and institutions. Some degrees may no longer qualify for extended work rights after graduation. This could impact your ability to gain experience in Australia, earn points for permanent residency, and ultimately settle in the country. If you're currently studying or planning to study in Australia, understanding these new rules could save you years of frustration and wasted investment. In addition to all of this, the regional migration incentives have been revamped. Australia wants skilled workers to move to regional areas where labor shortages are acute. If you're willing to live and work outside major cities like Sydney, Melbourne, or Brisbane, you could benefit from additional points, faster visa processing, and even extra pathways to permanent residency. But again, the competition is heating up, and the rules are stricter than ever. You can't just apply blindly, you need a clear plan and up-to-date guidance. Another area that is often overlooked but extremely important is employer-sponsored visas. Companies sponsoring overseas workers are now required to demonstrate that local talent cannot fill the role. This adds an extra layer of scrutiny to your application. If you're relying on an employer to sponsor your visa, you must make sure your profile perfectly matches the role and meets all eligibility criteria. Any gaps could mean delays, additional documentation, or even outright rejection. So, what should you do if you're planning to migrate to Australia in 2025? The first step is to assess your eligibility under the new rules. Check whether your occupation is on the shortage list, calculate your points accurately, and gather all necessary documents. If your job is in high demand, act fast. Delays could cost you months. If it isn't, consider alternative pathways such as studying in Australia, regional migration, or employer-sponsored options. Secondly, stay updated with every policy announcement. Australia's immigration landscape is evolving rapidly. One announcement could change everything from visa caps to processing times. Subscribing to official sources, following expert immigration advisors, and staying connected with migration news channels will keep you ahead of the curve. Finally, consider professional guidance if needed. While it's possible to apply on your own, immigration agents and consultants who understand the new 2025 rules can save you time, avoid mistakes, and significantly increase your chances of success. Remember, in 2025, knowledge isn't just power, it's your ticket to Australia. To wrap this up, here's the bottom line. Australia immigration in 2025 is more competitive, more regulated, and more strategic than ever before. Visa caps are tighter, skilled occupations are being prioritized, policy requirements are stricter, and waiting times could shock you if you're not prepared. But for those who act fast, plan strategically, and stay informed, whether you're a skilled worker, student, or professional looking to settle, understanding these updates could make the difference between success and disappointment. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring the notification bell because I'll be bringing you all the breaking updates, insider tips, and practical strategies as soon as they happen. Share this video with friends or family planning to migrate to Australia. They will thank you later. Stay informed, stay prepared, and remember, the smarter you plan today, the brighter your future in Australia will be tomorrow.